All right, my brother, in this video we're going to talk about borderline personality disorder and how this affects you. If you're caught up in a situation, how you can prevent it, how you can notice it before it even gets out of hand, and what to do once you find yourself caught in the web of BPD. My name is Ed Baxter, and I help guys in betrayal situations. The process of being with a woman for 50 years or a woman that you're dating is pretty much the same. For us, it's just science. Because we know the patterns, we know the solutions. It's not that complicated. You have to make a commitment for yourself. That's what it means to be in Soul Seducer program. That's what it means to work with me directly. So you can learn to handle your emotions. So you can learn to see right into a woman's soul and seduce her from within, to create this garden that she can actually thrive in. We'll get you to that place where you make the right decision for you and your chick. There's a lot of behavioral crossover in a lot of these personality disorders that women have. And so one of my videos was about narcissism. You can find that here. And there's a lot of crossover in the game of narcissism. We'll just start from the beginning. We're talking about women, borderline personality disorder. We're not talking about men. We're not going to have that conversation here because it's irrelevant to this channel because I talk to men exclusively. If you're a woman watching this and you're personalizing this, say, what about guys too? Well, cool, I hear you. We're not talking about that. Appreciate you, but we're not talking about that today, and I'm not going to talk about that in the future. When we're dealing with borderline personality with women, it comes from this deep-seated fear that they are just unlovable. Just like the narcissist, they are unlovable intrinsically. Something happened to them, or maybe they didn't get consistent love. Maybe they were just abandoned by their fathers. The narcissist says, nobody loves me, I am completely worthless, and so I have to create this delusional identity that props me up and says, I am amazing, even against all evidence to the contrary. The borderline goes kind of the opposite direction because you have two choices, right? You can go to this delusion land, or you can accept the fact that you're worthless. And so the borderline, from what I have seen, they accept the other path. I truly am worthless. But the thing is that they're hoping that somebody will show them the love that they desire. Whereas the narcissist gave up on that long ago. They don't need anybody to show it to them. They're good enough. They're good. They're badass. They're going this way. The borderline says, I'm worthless, but I really want somebody to show me that I'm not. And so what happens is they have this very romantic view of things. And it also leads to this emotional instability where on one hand, they desperately want closeness, and on the other hand, they desperately fearing that the closeness could be ripped away from that at any point in time, and that them would be demonstrated beyond a shadow of a doubt they are truly worthless, which means they do not deserve love or to be alive. Like, this is a spiritual crisis. You get in a relationship with this woman, and like the narcissist, she's going to become a chameleon. Because, again, she doesn't feel like she's worthwhile for the same reason the narcissist will, although the narcissist will do it a lot because that and they want to control you. The borderline will do it because they want you to love them desperately. They want you to love the fuck out of them, and they have this romantic ideation about what that could be. They will be everything you want, and they'll love bomb the hell out of you. And the problem with the borderline versus the narcissist is it's very real. Like, she really feels this deepness with you. And so it sucks you in. As a guy, a woman being so devoted to you and desiring you so intently and appreciating the fuck out of you and telling you all the great things, like I just want to have a peaceful home with you and I want to have these things. I don't want drama. They always say I don't want drama, although ironically they cause the most drama of anybody you'll ever meet. They have this ideation of you and they just love the fuck out of you. The problem is that they're scared to death. They are fearful as fuck. And so what happens is that you'll do something. You're just John doing normal John shit. Let's say you go to church with her. You sit down in the pew, and instead of sitting right next to her where your legs are touching, you sit about 3 inches further, and then you don't look to the left where she's at as much. You tend to look to the right for some reason. Maybe you're on the left side of the sanctuary. And she says, I feel abandoned by you. You don't really care about me. What's going on? You need all that. And she'll just start making up shit about how you don't care about her, you never cared about her, you're never going to care about her, and she's wasting her time with you, and you're an asshole, and you let her on, and this entire fucking thing spins out of control. And then you have to come and you're like, no, baby, that's not the case. This isn't how it is. And you just keep doing this game of justifying and getting defensive, which just spins her out even more. And then you get to the end of your rope, you're like, I don't know what to do with this. And then she just loses her mind. And then a couple hours or a couple minutes or a couple days or a couple weeks, she goes, I'm so sorry. I just got scared or whatever. Or maybe she just pushes it under the rug completely and now you're back together, locked in. You get into this place of just, there's no middle ground. It's either you're amazing or you're the worst person in the world for leading her on. And it's a freaking wild roller coaster because on one hand, it is fucking sexy, it is fun, she is exciting, she's super feminine, she's super wild. And on the other side, you get all the crazy, like she's maximum crazy as well. And so for guys, that feminine wildness is very, very seductive, it's very attractive. Guys love that. The problem is it's completely unregulated and she's just coming from this place of trauma and pain. And you're like, well, maybe I can fix her. Maybe I can love her enough. The problem is it doesn't matter how much you love her because she doesn't love herself. And until that gets fixed, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can say. And she will split you away from your entire support network. She needs to control you. She'll manipulate you. She'll guilt you. She'll shame you. Nothing is off the table in order to feel like she has some sort of control over the situation because she spins out of control so much. The easiest way to control you is to manipulate you. Like the narcissist, the more that she manipulates you, the more she's going to start seeing you as weak. She'll start resenting you for becoming this weak guy. And the more she's going to start not being attracted to you because she cannot be attracted to you if she does not respect you. And then from this place of not respecting you, now she gets into it even more and more and more. She starts devaluing you because maybe if you really cared, you would have done whatever. And if you were going to put up with this bullshit, then you would do something else. And what she desperately wants is strong masculine energy to cross-check her in a healthy way. The problem is, even if you get the skills that I have at the mastery level that I have, and my one-on-one clients do get that level. In fact, I had one-on-one client who was dealing with this, and I suspected that this was the case for a little bit of time, but she was showing some promise, so I said, let's see what happens. And over the course of the year of him holding the foundation of don't fuck around, and being able to navigate and do the mental jujitsu around her verbiage and holding the space and being unshakable, it became apparent that his entire world and entirely her being here meant he had to go into this unshakable space all the time, which meant that everything once again became about her. And even though he could manage it, he could manage her chaos very well, he got to this place, he's like, I don't want to be in a relationship where I have to manage her chaos with this unshakable space all the time. When do I get to be free to be me? And I said, you're right. He's like, so I broke it off with her. And the thing is that this one was highly compatible with him. But again, it doesn't matter your level of compatibility, the traumas will trump everything. And so this is what happened. He let her go for good this time. And I was like, good on you. You've certainly passed the biggest test because the borderline tends to rope you in stronger than any of the other types because there's a sense of honesty behind her affections for you. And there's always this thing of, if she could just get past this, if she could just feel loved, if she could do whatever, we get to this better future. And men forget that you don't have the woman of the future. You got the woman right in front of you. That's who you have. And you're like, well, we were together 35 years and all of a sudden she hit menopause and now she's cheating on me. Well, that's what you got now, bro. That woman from 35 years ago does not exist here. What exists here is this woman who's cheating on you, belittling you, and turning all your friends against you. So the borderline will also, like the narcissist, do the idolation, devalue, and discard phase just the same way. But it's done for a different motivation. And so then the borderline will say, this isn't going to work, you're whatever, and then she'll start to bring in another relationship. But she's bringing in another relationship not because she wants another one, but because she doesn't want to be left on her ass, because she cannot be alone, because she does not want to feel abandoned. So she'll bring another guy in, even if he's not a good fit for her, even if this guy is toxic. And then she'll go and sleep with the guy, and then you'll be left wondering, how the hell did you do this? She's like, yeah, well, you were just never that guy to begin with. Whereas before, you're her everything, and to her, she was your unicorn. In the end, she just turned into a horned beast. And you're like, what the hell did happen here? How did this get this way? And then she'll get with this other guy, and this other guy won't want to deal with her crazy. And then she'll leave him and go straight back to you. And so the borderline issue is always break up, get together, break up, get together, break up, get together, break up, get together. And you can do this 10, 15, 20, 35 times. I believe my mother was borderline. This was the same fucking dynamic that I saw growing up the whole time. I saw this dynamic up close and personal. It makes it almost impossible to have a relationship with somebody like this. There's always this, I can be sweet and loving towards you, but on the other side of this, I'm going to cut you as low as possible with the meanest words and be nasty and mean and oftentimes physically violent. Because a woman cannot emotionally regulate herself. She cannot learn to be calm. She thinks that it's okay to just verbally abuse people and that they should just take it. And guys put up with this shit. And because they put up with it, there is no incentive for her to change. Like men, a woman's not going to change unless she's backed into a corner where she has no other option but to actually be a different person. A part of her ego has to die. And for you as the man, I know what you're thinking. No, do not do this. It is not your responsibility to do this. This is her spiritual journey. She has to figure this out on her own. Like, yeah, but I love her. How can I put her in a situation where she finally changes? You don't. You need to be focusing on yourself and your future and saving your children. The worst part about the borderline, of all the personality disorders, they tend to be the most destructive. Because when they leave you, they just don't want to leave you. They want you destroyed. Your destruction means that they can finally be free. And so for a lot of these borderlines, they hold this vindictive revenge fantasy for you for the rest of their lives. Oftentimes they'll try to pull your children away from you. They'll try to triangulate, and they just have this fucking vendetta against you. So it's like the narcissist will just get bored and disappear. Like the sociopath and stuff, like they'll stop whenever you stop giving them shit, and they'll just move on. Maybe they'll get a little sadistic pleasure in fucking with you. But if like they're not getting anything out of it, they'll just leave. But the borderline wants revenge because you were an asshole. You should have done whatever. You were supposed to be her great love, and you tricked her. Let's not forget the fact that she really just lied to get you, presented herself as a different kind of woman than she was, and then she pretty much deluded herself in this idealization fantasy of who you are. And you're just John doing John shit. You're not trying to be this super guy. But in her mind, she painted you as this hero, as this guy that was going to solve all of her problems. So your entire world becomes this game of just emotionally regulating her all the time, which means there's no room for you, which means you don't have a partner, you have a project. And anytime you feel like you got a project on your hands, get the fuck out. You cannot have a partner in this life if you have a project. In fact, if you have a project, they're going to take up all your time and attention because they are the project in everybody's story. And so, brother, hopefully, if you're in one of these situations, you know how to exit gracefully. If you need to help with this, your soul seducer will help you. We are uniquely positioned to help you in these places, especially with manipulation in women. Been doing this a long time, and I'm a master of this game. Check it out. It's in the description below. If you like this video, got a lot of help, hit the subscribe button. It helps me out, helps the channel, it helps other guys like you going through this fucking shit show. Anyways, I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.